What if the world you see is not the real world? What if the body isn't your true self, and the God you've been taught to worship isn't the ultimate source? These questions lie at the heart of Gnosticism, a spiritual tradition that's been buried, banned, and misunderstood for centuries. In this episode, we dive deep into the hidden teachings of the soul, the Gnostic worldview that shaped the Gospel of Thomas, the Gospel of Judas, the Gospel of Mary, and possibly the real teachings of Jesus. If you've ever felt like something's missing from the official story, you're not alone. Let's explore what the Gnostics believed and why their vision was so dangerous. The word gnosis means knowledge, but not intellectual knowledge. Gnosis is inner knowing, direct spiritual insight. Gnosticism isn't one religion, it's more like a collection of mystical perspectives that existed alongside early Christianity. Many Gnostics saw Jesus as a revealer of knowledge, not a savior through sacrifice, but a guide to awakening. They believed humanity was asleep, trapped in illusion. And the goal wasn't to be saved, it was to remember who you really are. Gnostics taught that inside each of us is a divine spark, a piece of the true God, the unknowable source beyond all names. This spark is eternal, pure, and trapped, buried in the material world, hidden beneath ego, desire, fear, and forgetfulness. This idea echoes in texts like the Gospel of Thomas, where Jesus says, "If you bring forth what is within you, what you bring forth will save you." And in the Gospel of Mary, when she says, "The soul is stronger than the body." The journey isn't about belief, it's about awakening. Gnostics believed that the physical world, everything we see and touch, was not created by the true God. Instead, it was made by a lesser being, a false god they called the demiurge. This being thinks he's all-powerful. He rules through control, fear, and ignorance. He creates laws, systems, and hierarchies, and demands worship. But he's not the source. To the Gnostic, this world isn't evil, but it's a trap. The soul's mission is to break free from illusion and return to the pleroma, the fullness of divine light. In Gnostic texts, Jesus doesn't come to die for sin. He comes to remind us of what we've forgotten. He doesn't demand worship, he invites awakening. In the Gospel of Judas, he laughs at the rituals of the other disciples, not to mock them, but because they still believe in a God who lives in temples and rules with wrath. Only Judas understands. Only he sees that the truth is hidden, and it can only be revealed to those who are ready. Gnostic Jesus is not a sacrifice, he's a mirror. You might be wondering, if this is all so beautiful, why was it buried? Because Gnosticism doesn't just challenge theology, it challenges authority. It says, you don't need a priest to reach God, you don't need a church to be whole, you don't need to obey, you need to wake up. That kind of message doesn't serve empire. And so, by the 4th century, when Christianity became the official religion of Rome, Gnostic texts were labeled heresy. Many were burned, some were buried, like the Nag Hammadi library in Egypt, hidden for 600 years. Until now. Let's break it down. The true God, pure, unknowable light, beyond this world. The demiurge, false creator, God who rules the material world. The soul, a divine spark trapped in a physical body. Salvation, found through gnosis, inner knowledge, not belief Jesus, a revealer of hidden truth, not a blood sacrifice. The world, a mix of illusion and opportunity, not inherently evil but a test of awareness. You don't have to call yourself a Gnostic to feel this truth. If you've ever sensed there's more to life than what we're told, if you've felt the pull to look inward, to meditate, to question, to awaken, you're walking the path of gnosis. This isn't about rejecting religion, it's about remembering the divine within you. Gnosticism isn't just ancient mysticism, it's a lens, one that reframes suffering, spirituality, and selfhood. It tells us that the light is already inside, that the system isn't the truth, and that sometimes the real gospel is the one buried underground. So, what do you think? Is there a divine spark within you? Have you felt the difference between belief and knowing? Let's talk about it in the comments, and if this resonates, subscribe, because in Part 5 we explore the most misunderstood gospel of them all, the Gospel of Mary, where a woman becomes the keeper of hidden truth.